Jake Wyllie, first off, can we get one more Queenslander?
Queenslander!
Bro, if that is a state of origin fight if I've ever seen one. What's your initial reaction, bro?
Yeah, well, that's it. Look, I proved I can go 10 rounds and box, which was brilliant. And look, he came to fight and he gave me a good fight, and I'm grateful for them coming up from Sydney to Queensland and put on a great show for everyone. I feel, everyone here that spent their hard-earned money got their money's worth tonight, and people around the world on DAZN. So look, it was brilliant. It was good to get in there and get into the IBF.
It was an entertaining fight. It was close at times. It was dirty. It was rough at times. How'd it feel in there?
Yeah, mate, look, that's myself. I'm a bit of a different cat when I step through those ropes. But look, it's exciting. That's just who I am as a person in the ring. And look, I'll win at any cost.
Yeah, there's a lot of body work throughout the fight. Was that the plan?
Yeah, look, I felt, going to the body would sort of help break him down. And, in the 10 rounds, they start to take a toll. So it was good. And, I felt we were up on the points. So I didn't, believe I had to force anything. You could hear Luke and Steve just telling me, mate, just keep on the jab, keep the distance, keep doing what you're doing. And, work when you need to work and then get back on the jab. And look, it was good to showcase that I can box and I'm not just there to punch on with anyone, although I do like that at times. But, as we get up the ranks and, get these bigger fights and stuff, I've got to show, I can do both.
Does that venue just bring it out of you a bit? Like, the atmosphere is just incredible. My first time here, but I've heard nothing but good things. I think that just proved it.
Yeah, most definitely, mate. It's, it's a brilliant atmosphere, and, you could tell through the week, at the press conference and again the weigh-in yesterday and tonight how much this place loves me. And I've been fighting here for 3 years now, as well as a few different places here and there. But it's just become my home stomping ground. And look, this might be my last fight here for a little bit. I'll definitely be coming back here again and putting on a great card. But hopefully this is my ticket overseas with the big fight. And I look forward to that.
Yeah, is that the plan? Like, obviously, I know Eddie's promised that. I actually spoke to him before, and he was saying, look, we take Wyllie international, or what's to stop us bringing someone international here and headlining a huge show here? Exactly.
Well, look, I'd love to get an international fight.
And that experience.
I want to get that experience up and going into someone's backyard and making an upset. But look, again, like I said, Eddie's got Sky Teramawana. He's looking at, the Australians in the boxing now. So, I'd love to think that he was impressed by tonight, and he can bring, 4 or 5 shows out a year, and, we can pack it out. I'm not saying I have to be the headline on every one, but look, I'd definitely love to be on all the cards here in Australia. I think we've got a lot to prove, and that was a great card here tonight. Fantastic, that was brilliant. Bro. I've heard it was a great atmosphere, so I was at the back getting ready. But
you couldn't hear yourself talk out there, bro. It was that loud.
Yeah, wow.
It was just incredible. It's like everyone on top of each other, looking down with the, the upper levels of it. Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
Now there's been like we say, that international opponent. That's what we're hoping for. Is Josh Padley someone we've talked about before? He done the same thing as you did, step in late notice against a fucking world class level opponent. Yeah. Is that someone you'd like to fight? Yeah, look,
I believe it only makes sense. He fought Shakur Stevenson on short notice and did a terrific job. I fought George Kambosos on short notice and went the distance with him. And I know they're 2 different fighters, but look, you look at Joshua Padley and myself, and both similar weights, similar records, and I'm willing to get into his backyard, and I know he's got a big following over there, and I'd love to get over there and upset the apple cart. If Eddie wants to give me that opportunity, or whoever he wants to put on the line. I'm a workhorse, and I love the sport, and I love the training, and I love keeping fit. So, I want a big future.
Yeah, is that the plan, to stay at 140, or are you thinking of going down to 135? I was talking to Luke before. He said, you come under this weight a little bit under. You're feeling good. Like, what's the plan? What feels right for you?
Look, at this stage of my career, I'm looking to come down.
Yeah.
135. I sort of made the weight probably a bit too easy, and I felt, I was a bit light coming even into this fight. I think, he struggled to make the weight, and I think a little bit of that showed tonight. Just I didn't quite have that, massive pop in the punch, but I believe I get down to 135 and I can make a lot of noise there, and that'll give me my best shot to win a world title.
Yeah, nice. Did you see much of the other fights? Leopold Jr. just absolutely brutal stoppage in the first round.
Yeah, well, I can only imagine.
Clinic.
Yeah, look, I'm proud of Sky. Look, this is her homecoming. She hasn't fought in Brisbane for a few years, so for her to be on the co-main event was brilliant, and I'm really happy for her, and that's really good.
Yeah, that's legend, bro.
Thanks,
well done.
man. Appreciate it.